Okay. Hey everyone, this is Jessica Coulthard, the founder of the Women Who Inspire conference coming up in October of this year at the Metrotown in Hilton, or the Hilton at the Metrotown rather. And today with me, we're doing our first speaker spotlight. So today I'd like to introduce you to Sita Gaia. Sita, thank you so much. Yay, thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to let the people know a little bit about what they can expect and who these amazing women are that are pulling together to be able to inspire them. So Sita, tell us a little bit about you.
You're so welcome, Jessica. I'm a TEDx alumni speaker, and I'm also have a degree in social work. What you can expect from disability, we live in a very able-bodied world, and if you have a disability, it makes it very difficult. And so if you don't have a disability, you don't think about all the issues that come with it. So for example, I have epilepsy, and even taking a shower is a hassle.
Wow.
And so if I've worked out at home, I can't take a shower until my partner gets home. So, and it's very frustrating because chronic illness is 1 in 3 people have chronic illness.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of talking about how we live in a very expected, able-bodied society, even though so many people with disabilities.
Wow, I actually wasn't aware of that, so that's really interesting. Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, because I think it's amazing that, you know, so many of us don't realize that there are people walking around that are, you know, struggling with things that we're just not aware of, right? So.
Yeah, and the amazing thing is, well, it's not amazing, I guess, but there are visible disabilities. So if someone uses a scooter, a power chair, you might think they might have cerebral palsy, but there's lots of invisible disabilities. So for example, arthritis, epilepsy for me, there's lots of, I guess, gut issues that like you wouldn't be able to tell, like they look perfectly healthy. And they're not, and they don't have as much energy as someone who without a disability.
Right. Wonderful. Well, thank you for shining that light for us. I think I think that's why I really enjoy bringing women together to be able to talk about these things, is so that we can start to understand that less judgment for people and more understanding of what other people are going through, because everybody's different, right? So yeah, I think it's important to bring awareness to this. So
exactly, and I find that with disabilities there can be a lot of isolation involved. So women can come together, and women who have might have invisible disabilities, or so I include mental health with disabilities. So mental health is also it's great because it's being talked about more. So they can talk about it and they feel like it's a safe space. That's always always been very important for me, just having a safe space to be able to connect with other people.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's great that you've done some speaking engagements, like being a TEDx alum, as well as I personally had the pleasure of seeing you speak on stage. So I think it's wonderful that you are taking that initiative and putting yourself out there so that we can have these kind of conversations and make more people aware of what's going on for other people, right?
Yeah, I just think it's so important for people to be able to have these kind of conversations. And you know what, prior to getting ill, I guess 8 years ago, I just was not aware of this at all. I was quite ignorant to all of this, but now this really opened my eyes.
Well, that's what I find, is we do all tend to live in our own little bubbles, right?
Yeah.
It's not until we know somebody and we become exposed to a new idea that we even become aware that that's what could possibly be going on for somebody. So that's why I love so much that you do get up on stage and you do talk, and you have your YouTube and you have your Instagram and sorry, what was the name of your business again? Is it Chronic Fashion?
It's kind of like been just kind of on hold, but it was Chronic Fashion 365. Or sorry, Chronic Fashion 65.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I think it's wonderful that you're putting that out there. You've created a voice for yourself so that other people can find you and begin to share struggles, ideas, solutions, just day-to-day stuff that's going on, right? To create that community.
Yeah, exactly. And I found also like I'm not as active on Chronic Fashion, but all of these issues that I found with my disability, I have like a poetry mentor. I write a lot of poetry.
Wonderful.
And she has bipolar disorder. And she's like, I want to be known as like the bipolar poet. So like that's kind of like her slate. Like, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write about epilepsy and disability.
Yep.
And like make that kind of my thing, because it's really hard to make it in poetry. Like let's be honest. But it's been like cathartic, and it's also really been like just kind of working through ideas and also educating people. Yeah. And so I try to, like, when I share people my poetry, I'm like, this actually happened, this happened, this happened, this happened.
Well, so that's what you presented for us when you spoke back in, was it October this year? Was you did a slam poem for us, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah. I loved it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That was I think the slam poem about coming out.
Yes. Yeah. And it was like you reading from having a conversation with your diary, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was really great. Yeah, it was first time that I'd ever been exposed to that type of poetry as well. So again, just, starting to put new ideas and new opportunities out there for people to see, new experiences. I love it. I love it. So.
Yeah, right? It's awesome.
Yes, yes.
I love slam poetry. It's very hard to write and do it well, I find.
Yeah. All right. Well, I enjoyed yours, so you're obviously doing it well.
Thank you. I'm trying to do it, like, continue to do it better.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like the creative craft. It's like, it's never quite good enough.
That's love the progress or the process, right? That's what we're supposed to do. Just love the process. We're never really trying to get anywhere. We're just loving the process. So.
Yeah, we're just going through the motions.
Exactly. Yeah. And the more people that we can kind of bring into our tribe and bring along with us on our journey, the more fun we get to have, right? So
yeah.
Well,
and also like a true, like, being open about having chronic illness, having epilepsy. I've attracted a lot of people into my tribe.
Yeah.
So like that saying, your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yep. Yep.
So
I believe in that so strongly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I've luckily been doing the same thing. And if you think about it, I mean, you and I were complete strangers until we both showed up at an event about 1.5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
We were in a workshop together, and then we ended up now speaking together, and then now you're part of this conference with me. So clearly we attracted each other into our lives for a reason. So, I believe very strongly in that, opening yourself up and attracting what you are vibrating. So.
Exactly.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, wonderful.
We are attracted to each other's energy, because I like really believe strongly that like some people have like really great energy about them, and like one thing I love about you, like who you're putting on the conference, is that you just have like such a like, I'm so cool, like I'm so into this, like that was really interesting new experience. Like it's just so wonderful, because sometimes it's hard to step out of your comfort zone, but like you just let's go. And, like, so
I got nothing to lose, right? I mean, why wouldn't I? I've just decided that this is my path, and so I'm just looking for whatever comes along my path, right? So And I'm happy to have you along with me. And I'm happy to have, you know, the other ladies that we'll be introducing as we go. But yeah, I'm really excited to have you on stage with me and all of the other amazing women that people will get to see as we do more of the speaker spotlights. So with that being said, do you have any other last words before we cut this off and let people get back to their lives?
I hope you come. It's going to be amazing. All the other women are amazing. I've chatted with them. They're all fantastic. Yeah. So
yeah, we've got a good group. We're definitely coming together, and I really believe it's going to be an amazing event. For my very first conference, I'm really excited to have you on board with me, and I'm looking very forward to coming together that day and just having a really awesome chat. So yeah, it's going to be great. So thank you, Sita. All right.
Thanks,
we'll talk.
Jess.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.